Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around these parts, hi, my name is Missa. I'm a 28-year-old beauty addict from Edinburgh. Go ahead and subscribe now, give the video a thumbs up, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Plug, just do it, why not? So as you can see with the title today, I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions, except I'm not. I am, except for eyes. I want to use a palette that I've only used once so far and done one review on, and I want to use it again in today's video because I think it's important to keep reusing palettes, especially if I've done a review and been like, this is so good. I want to use it again and see, do I still feel the same way, yada yada yada. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright palette again. This is the Rich in Life one, and I thought I'd do quite a neutral look, quite a fast look. I want to stop putting all this pressure on myself to do these like crazy wild looks every single day and every single time I film, and I've gotten so many compliments recently on my more kind of natural makeup, and while this isn't going to be a natural look, I just want to do something maybe a little bit more simple and relaxed and not so kind of high pressure. I hope you don't mind that. And then I'm going to be using a bunch of other new things for the very first time, obviously. Drugstore and high-end. It's not all going to be drugstore or high-end. Wow, I didn't need to say that, did I? Anyway, if you want to see what happens, then why don't you just keep on watching? Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight. I've got so much stuff that I'm really excited to test, like this Makeup Revolution foundation sponge set. I've got their new primer. Why is everything so far away from me? Yeah, look, I've got their new like e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer dupe slash Tatcha Silk Canvas dupe. I haven't, well, I've touched it now, but obviously I'm so excited to try this because I love the e.l.f. one so much. But anyway, starting off, I have the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. I'm going to use this as my primer before I put on my eyeshadow. I am very excited. I've also got this in a much deeper shade so I can contour with it. Oh, that is light. This is in the shade, what are you? Ivory 05. And if you have watched me, then you know this is probably going to be a chatty video. Probably. If you have watched me, then you'll know that the foundation is a solid favourite. In fact, it is on the floor right now because I'm going to do my top 19 of 2019 videos. Seems to have pretty good coverage, but then my eyelids don't really ever get warts or spots or anything on them, you know. It's looking a little dry actually on my eyelids. Same way the e.l.f. one makes my eyelids look really dry, so I don't know, hopefully it'll look better underneath my eyes. I do have quite a few new concealers. I've still not tried my NARS one. Can you believe it? I've had that for ages. Are you really far away? Come in. I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going for today. On my eyes, I'm just wanting, I kind of put this top on purpose because I thought I could kind of put these tones on my eyes. I'm going to take 100% Cocoa. If you haven't seen my first video on this, you should go watch it. That was a lot more kind of in-depth and doing a bit more of a fancy look, I would say. I might do like a slightly dragged out, just like coppery eye. These shadows are so pigmented, I do remember that. It's only about a week ago that I used this, no? And I've used the Rich in Colour one twice. I need to do another look. I probably get the most requests to do another look with the Stacey Marie Carnival palette. So I need to do another look with that one soon. This is my Morphe M514. I think I forgot to say. Oh, pigment. The sun keeps coming out and making it too bright, and then it goes dark, and then it's too bright. Should be thankful that it's a sunny day, I guess. I use that brush I got in my NYX advent calendar. Spoiler, sorry. This is the number 17. It's so floppy, I like it. I like these big floppy brushes that almost have like no substance to them for blending out looks. Makes everything so much easier. Oh, my favourite Morphe Jeffree Star Brush, the JS6 Jet Setter. I'm gonna deepen out, oh that's dark, my outer V. I don't know why I hate saying that, outer V. I think I'll just fill in this outer corner. Gosh, these shadows, they are so pigmented. I'm putting like zero pressure on. I will do like close-ups at the end just so you can see. Did I mention this in a previous video that my upstairs neighbour hoovers her floor about once a day, if not more? What does she do up there? Maybe he. Gonna take my Morphe Jeffree Star JS5, which is a big fatty, and biggest fan. All of my brushes are covered in glitter. I'm just gonna wiggle this around. I think I'm gonna go with the shade Icon on my lid because this looks real pretty. Yeah, I think that will go nicely. And put that on. Oh my goodness. That is intense. I've got such hooded eyes that this shade will just be completely gone when I open them, but who cares? This is an impressive Makeup Revolution shimmer shade. Wow. That is stunning. Just apply dry with a brush. Like, right, I think I actually need something warmer in my crease to like really make this color look a little better. So I'm gonna take my first M514 and go into No Drama. I am really sorry about the hoovering. Okay, and then I think I'll use a bit of Workaholic just on my other M514. Just going between the two. Blend it out a pinch. I think that other shade, what was it, No Drama, has worked a lot better with that copper. I'm going to use a tiny bit of this top colour called Pure Soul, just to maybe deepen it up. Just, I don't know, it's all a bit one colour, like the really pretty bronze and then that No Drama shade. So, I don't know. It feels a little too simple right now. I think I'll come back to the eyes once I've put a lot of my base on because I'm just not sure what to do. So I'm just going to clean up fallout. I actually do have some fallout, not a heap, but more than I did I think the first time I used it, weirdly. I think sometimes when you start doing your skin as well, you realise just the whole look kind of comes together a bit more. Oh, I'm excited. Now we can use the dupe of the Tatcha and the e.l.f. How much is this? I think this is £8, £8 or £9. £8? I'll correct myself. So this is the Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer. Just looks like the other one. It has a little spatula in the lid. How do I get this out? Easy. I can't remember if the e.l.f. one came with a spatula or not. I'm just gonna smear it around. I like to make it a lot softer. It comes quite hard feeling. The e.l.f. one does. This one seems to. Guess I'll just spin it on. I use quite a lot of my e.l.f. one. I always feel like my skin looks much better when I use like a nice whack of it and not just like a really, really thin layer. So I'm not sure how much you're supposed to use. And this is probably too much, but you're on my channel now. It feels like the e.l.f. one. It maybe feels slightly slippier, kind of more, I don't want to say oily because it doesn't feel oily, but it just slips around a tiny bit easier. I use the e.l.f. one like almost every day, so I feel like I've got a good feeling for it. Don't actually really need a pore perfecting primer on my forehead, but gotta waste product somehow. It's made me quite a bit paler, but I'm gonna cover it up anyway, so anyone can use it. It is universal. It feels nice, honestly. It does just feel like I've put my e.l.f. one on, which is the same price. Is it £8 as well? So it's not like they're really competing that well. Yeah, to be honest, just feels like e.l.f. I'm gonna go wet my new sponges. Hold on, let me feel them. Very strong sellotape. I've never used a Makeup Revolution sponge, so I don't know what to expect. One's like microfiber, so it kind of feels like, not suede, but like velvet. And then the other one just feels like a normal sponge. It's quite firm. Quite a bit more firm, a lot more firm than the Real Technique sponges. Do I wet this one as well? Because this one's for powder, I'm pretty sure. With flocked texture for easy baking and setting. I think I'll keep this one dry. I'll go wet this one and then we'll put some foundation on here. I've got the NYX Born to Glow foundation, but I don't want to use that one. I want to use this one. I've had this for months, probably 2 months. I've not used it yet and I'm dying to. This colour's not going to suit me, but out of the, I think 12 that they sent me, this one's going to be the best one. This is in the shade Cairo 600. It's not going to match. This sponge, it grew quite a bit and it's soft, it's usable. It is firm, but it's usable. So I'm really excited to try out this foundation, by the way. I've not tried it at all. I just swatched a bunch of them. And this is the only one that I'll be able to get away with, and I'm wearing a high neck top, so everything is always fine with a high neck top. Yeah, it's way too dark. We'll be fine. Gosh, this foundation has coverage. I knew it would. I actually did see Nikki Tutorial's review on this, which is weird. I don't usually watch foundation reviews before I try a foundation. But yeah, I watched hers when it came out, although that was ages ago, wasn't it? The reason I actually prefer the Real Technique sponge over even the Beauty Blender is because it's got that nice flat edge, and I feel like that's great for foundation. Whereas these more pointy sponges, it just takes a wee bit longer. My humble opinion. See, apart from the fact this is way like the wrong colour, the wrong undertone, the wrong shade, this looks really nice on the skin. Like, I like it. Like, that's nice. I feel like those poreless primers, the putty ones, they're really quite illuminating and it always makes things look better, because I think this is a matte foundation, but it's not like super flat and like weird looking. I think it's, yeah. I mean, on first impressions, having worn it for what, 35 seconds, it's a bit alright. I've taken this foundation all the way down my neck, and now at least I match myself. Wow, it's beautiful. It's really full coverage, and a little bit goes a really, really long way. She started hoovering again. Goodbye, summer lawnmower man. Hello, winter vacuum cleaner woman. Wow. I believe only men can do lawn mowing and only women can do vacuuming. I am joking, by the way. Hamish is the one that makes me sandwiches. Okay, I'm going to use this concealer underneath my eyes. Look at the colour of my hands compared to my face. That's embarrassing. Oh, this was a mistake. I should have done this after, because I'm going to cream contour using the same concealer. Oh, that's blend this on first. Hopefully it's not drying because my base looks really nice. I like to do my eyes last because you want to kind of let your concealer sit there for a few minutes, think about what it's done, and then blend it in. I'll use this time to find the other concealer. That was easy. I'm going to use shade Tan 45. Can't leave it too long, so I do worry that it's going to set and then not be able to blend out, but this is actually blending out very, very easily. Kind of disappeared. I'm not sure if that's done anything. I'm very excited though, like when I saw this concealer was launching and it was in America first, I was really upset because Superstay foundation is so good. No, it doesn't look dry at all. It looks good, but it's kind of just disappeared a little bit. I do think I am more bright. Anyway, I'll use the tan one. It's got like quite a nice flat doe foot. Almost feels like there's not that much product in the tube though. Gonna do my nose there, but no. I'm gonna use a brush for this actually. This really manky blank canvas F83. Just to kind of start my blend, and then I'll use that sponge. I thought this was gonna be an issue because on my eyes it looked really dry, but on my face it's blending very well. It's very liquidy feeling. But when I first put it on my eye, it just felt very, very quick, dry and thick. But is it gonna remove my base? I know this looks scary right now, but it will. I'll be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. How do you know that, Moira? You know what? I think I picked a pretty good colour for cream contouring. It's kind of on the verge of warm, but it's not quite. But then my base is very, very warm. I'm just gonna blend it in a pinch, and then I'll use a little bit more concealer. Yeah, I've kind of like cream contoured slash cream bronzed. Ooh, a little bit. So I'll just use a little bit more of the pale concealer just where necessary. Yeah, this one, I don't know, it feels a little weird. Kind of like moussey, but I don't know if it's supposed to feel like that. It's all blending very well. And I would actually put it on the lesser creasy scale compared to other concealers underneath my eyes. It's really not that bad. It's not non-existent, but it's not bad. At least my base is all gonna be okay. Life might not be, but my base will be. God, I can be so doom and gloom, can't I? Corn toy. Okay, finally, I am gonna test my Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder. I ordered this on Amazon 6 months ago. Still haven't tried it. Number 10, Fair Light. It's very yellow, very yellow. Kind of looks a little too dark for me, but we will see. And I'm gonna use this weird like velvet flavor sponge. Velvet feeling sponge. Yeah, this is like banana powder on me. It's very yellow, like even in the thing. It'll be okay, everything will be fine. I think I used my Juno & Co sponge, the ones that did the like flocked velvety feeling sponge once, and I like wasn't that impressed. They sent me like 12 of them in the post, and I didn't know who the parcel was from, and I had to go and pay like £40 customs at the post office. And I opened it and it was some sponges, and I was not happy to pay that. The sponge is really firm as well, but it doesn't really need to be squishy because it's just placing powder on top of the skin. I'll just use my powder brush for my forehead, same powder. I don't know if there's a lighter one, I think there's definitely like darker ones. But I think I would actually need a lighter colour. I'll need to test it on a day where I've got like my normal colour foundation on. My skin still looks really good. This under eye's looking a little dry. Yeah, both under eyes are looking a little dry. I'm not sure if it's the concealer. I feel like it's the concealer and not anything else. And I don't know if you can see it under there, it's just looking a little weird. Not so bad on this side, but on this side it's a bit more obvious. I'm just going to use this setting spray because I don't think... Oh no, I do have a new one, hold on. How could I forget? Hydrate and Fix Radiance Makeup Fixing Spray. I'm very excited to try this. Oh, that's pretty. It's like rose gold. Oh. It's got a semi-aggressive sprayer, but nothing like ridiculous. I've got a few blobs. I get that with a lot, to be honest. Probably my only ones I don't get that with is my Glam Glow. And what's the other one? L'Oreal. It actually smells a little bit alcohol-y, but I wouldn't say I look more radiant, would you? I bet this has quite a lot of alcohol in it. Yeah, alcohol's the second ingredient. That's really what it smells like, but it's not. I can't smell it now. And I'm not very like, what's the word, sensitive. That was a hard word to remember. Sensitive to scents. I'm happy with my base and I'm happy with how my eyes are right now, but let's move on because we have many more exciting products to try. So at this point I would usually put on Makeup Revolution Skin Finish, and I really want to put it on, but I want to kind of only play with new products apart from that palette, because palettes are, you know, big and expensive and we can't buy them all the time. So I got sent this. This is from Artdeco and it's their translucent shimmer powder, and I had to keep it because it sounds like a Makeup Revolution, I was gonna say dupe, but they're all kind of dupes of Hourglass and MAC. Oh, that's a very subtle sheen. I don't even know if you'll see that. I'm going to use my Real Techniques 201 massive powder brush. This is the best kind of brush for putting on these like shimmery, glowy powders and not packing them on so that you look like a disco ball, but just putting them on kind of subtly. This kind of looks like it's got a bit of a tint to it. I don't know if it does. Oh, that is pretty. Only thing is, it's probably about 10 times more expensive than my Makeup Revolution one. Sometimes we want to put expensive stuff on our face, sometimes only drugstore, and sometimes both. Wow, that has added a really nice shine. And it's not glittery. Yeah, that's just a sheen. So maybe if you're someone that doesn't like Makeup Revolution, or can't get it, maybe you can get this. Again, it's probably really expensive because Artdeco tends to be, even though I don't feel like they're that well known and talked about. It's lovely, and that is some really cool packaging. I have actually about 4 new contour palettes I could use, but I'm going to use this Essence Contouring Duo palette because cheap and cheerful. We've just used a high-end product. Let's use a cheaper one. So obviously I'm going to use this side. Is this in a shade weight? Yeah, 10 lighter skin. Maybe today I needed not so light skin. I'm going to use my Blank Canvas F15. I got a couple of comments from people saying, I love that brush for contouring too. Really good. Check it out if you haven't, that is pigmented. It's very pigmented. I'm not complaining because I was wondering what it would be like. Essence is very hit and miss for me, but that's nice. If you are new here, then I like to wear cake face. I like to wear makeup that you have to like get a chisel and a hammer to take it off. So if you're like, why, that's too much makeup, not for me. Definitely sculpting. I actually quite like the lighter one because it's not like white or very, very light, although it is skin toned. It's like grey skin toned. So it's kind of nice for mixing with the deeper one, and then you kind of just lighten it a bit but not too much. That'll be handy doing my nose. What site now has Essence? I think it's Feel Unique now sells Essence. I got sent this one, but I saw that they announced that. And then I'll use my little blank canvas E42 and I'll mix them, like it said. More of the light one to do my nose. Still pretty pigmented. I got a comment from this dude like maybe last month, and every time I contour and I think about it, and he just said, why do you not contour your nose? You would be so much prettier if you contoured your nose. Like, why did you leave that comment? Not to mention, I had contoured my nose. Basically just telling me I need a nose job. Yeah, that's pigmented. I like that though. That's a really nice undertone, and I could definitely wear that when I'm very pale, or when I've got a foundation on that is 47,000 shades too dark for me. I took it all the way down with it. See? Very pale. Very pale. Oh, that's nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my goodness, I have to use this today. Look. I do have a few new bronzers as well, including some pretty inexpensive ones, but I want to use this because I can't believe I own it. This is the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer in Sweet Tea. This is like old, it's not old, this one's new, but it's like an old Too Faced like cult product. I love the milk chocolate one, and they sent me a huge parcel of lovely things, and I couldn't believe I have this because I've always felt like my Makeup Revolution Summer of Love is a dupe, although when you put them side by side, like opened, they are very, very different. It does look quite cool toned, but we'll see. Gonna use this brush. You all need it. It's the BH Cosmetics B3. It's like £4 on Beauty Bay. It's like an angled brush. It is fantastic and it's so cheap. So I think I'll just mix them together. I think this, yeah, it definitely does. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, which is always my favourite. I tend to use caps of things just to take excess off. I've seen Shannexo use this a heap. I've seen lots of people use this. I know Too Faced is like really, really hated because of, I mean, a few things, let's be honest. Rich Lives Matter. I mean, I really struggle with that one because I just think that's so awful. I think some business owners, some influencers, some very successful people forget who made them successful by buying stuff from them, and they lose sight of normalcy, you know what I mean. But also the Nikki tutorials not paying her very much drama, but just like with Jeffree Star, Lime Crime, who else? Kat Von D, I'm using a lot of bronzer. My forehead looks so dark. I think I need to put some powder on there. Just for lots of these brands, I just think about the makeup and not about the brand owners and things, because realistically, if I look at it, Jeffree Star has done worse things than some other brands that people cancel, and that people themselves that get cancelled. And I know he's apologised. I use his products all the time. If you're a Jeffree Star stan, you don't need to yell at me. I need to use some powder, hold on. I just try and look at the makeup and not whoever owns the brand. I'm just using a little bit of my MAC Studio Fix, just because I think I've put a lot of deeper products on. Do you know what? That Artdeco powder looks so beautiful on my skin. Does it look hugely more beautiful than Makeup Revolution? No, but it still does look beautiful. So again, maybe if you want to treat yourself to like a more posh luminous powder, you could consider that one. Although I think it's probably not that much cheaper than Hourglass, so just get that. But it's very nice. Wow. That bronzer is lovely. My skin looks great, if I do say so myself. Let's put more of this on. Yeah, gosh, that just smells of alcohol. Cara, if you're wondering. You always ask me to tell you how things smell. Alcohol. Okay, very excited about this. I'm not gonna lie, I bought this, okay? I'm just gonna hold my hands up. Yes, I'm on a no buy, but I'm technically on a low buy. But I should have said low buy at the beginning, but I said no buy very self-righteously. Low buy. I bought this because I couldn't believe that I'd still not tried it. I wanted to try it. Always will support Soph. So I bought it. £10. That's the reason I haven't bought it in the past, because it's £10 and I think that's super expensive. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm just gonna swatch them and see what ones I like. This has like such high praise. Wow, so many people love this palette. It's definitely more for light to medium skin tones. It's a pink one, a purple one. That purple one's got no place being in here. I guess these two are more the medium skin tone ones. Yeah, so I mean, I think everybody could use it, but it's definitely more aimed at the pale skin. I think I'll use this shade, top right hand corner, because she put up a post the other day on, I think it was Instagram stories, and she said that's the shade she used. So gonna do what I love doing these days, fan brush. This is the Real Techniques 404 fan brush, and pick up that shade. This is not a baked one, this looks like a just normal highlighter. This is baked and unbaked. Oh my goodness. I had to use it today because I want to be able to use this all the time. So I had to just go ahead and use it. I've got some other really beautiful highlighters that I want to try, but they're gonna have to wait. I've got enough makeup to do 5 full face first impressions, so more will come. That just looks wet. Yeah, there's just something about a fan brush that I've been enjoying recently, like I said in, I don't know, a video that I did recently. It just blends everything so much better. Sometimes I can get very harsh lines with highlight, but this set that this comes from, that big powder brush came from, it's $64.99, so it's expensive, but you do get a lot of things in the set. But if you are a Superdrug member, it's half price. It's only £30, $29.99 actually, so that's better than half price. So if you're looking to get a present for someone, I would recommend this because the brush set, because $29.99 is a lot more palatable than $64. I put it right here, like where Jaclyn Hill does, and she gets absolutely slated for it. I think it looks beautiful when you like smile and your like cheekbones glow. I might use a little bit of this one just beside it, the baked one. Just because I am about 40 shades too dark today and I feel like I can get away with this shade. First of all, I put too much contour on, then I put too much bronzer on, then I put too much highlight on. You're on my channel, again, like I said, deal with it. And you know what? For the people in the back that sit and watch my videos just to tell me I wear too much makeup, in a few hours, I'm gonna wash this all off and it'll be gone forever. It's the magic of life. Isn't that a revelation? I'm gonna use this blush. This is my Ciate Pinch Me blush. I put this in a haul a few months ago and these are what, £22 or something ridiculous. This was £6 and it was an error on the website, but I bought it at £6. Might have even been less, I think it was like £4 something, so it was 20% off. Beautiful. It's marbled, it's kind of glowy, it's expensive, and I got it for a bargain, so I'm going to use this. I've never tried a Ciate blush, I've always wanted one, but I refuse to pay Ciate prices most of the time. Certain brands that I've always wanted stuff from, and I'm just like, you're not getting my money because you're far too expensive. Even when I've got money to like treat myself, I still won't buy it. Like Hourglass. Because I'm like, no. Oh, my friend got put on PR for Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Obviously I'm very jealous that I didn't, just because I want to test her products for a video because I think I'll make a good video. But she's going to send me 1 or 2 things, I think, so I'll be able to test out Jaclyn Hill without having to give her my money. I don't think she's a bad person, I just think she's made quite a few errors. And yeah, it's a shame because she's worked so hard, like she worked so hard to build up Jaclyn Hill as like a YouTuber brand, and then just so many collabs that have got issues, and it's just such a shame. Which is why I say I don't want to give her my money, but at the same time, if my friend wasn't on PR, I probably would buy stuff anyway just to test it, because I think everyone deserves a second chance. This could be the best highlighters that have ever been released. We don't know, so you know, we'll see. Okay, skin's looking glowy, bronzy, contoured, a bit OTT, although those 3 layers don't exist on here. Bit more of that, settle everything down. Let's finish off these eyes. I think we'll just do like the same tones under here, so obviously my Jessup 230. It's the only under eye brush I need. So I'll use Pure Soul on the like outermost outness. Hopefully not get any fallout. You can never see what I'm doing because I'm looking in a mirror trying to avoid fallout getting onto my skin, and it'll just like fall straight down, you know, with gravity. Wow, I pronounced that T well, didn't I? Gravity. No drama. These are pigmented in such lovely reddy tone neutrals, like kind of brown but red, you know. And then I think I'll use, I'll just use Workaholic at the front. Then I'll use my Morphe M514 and Biggest Fan, just to kind of go underneath. Mesh it all together a little. These are such beautiful tones. I don't know if it's coming across on camera as well. It's so funny, I never really feel like me when I do quite simple eyes, but I do know I suit them. I just never really do them. Okay, well first of all I'll grab my Kaleidos S5 brush and Darlings, and that'll go on the inner corner. Not sure I've got the perfect waterline shade. I want like a kind of reddish one. This one might work, or it might make me look like I have pink eye. This is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liners. This one's in Fiery. It kind of looks like raspberry colour. Might end up going over this with brown. I do like a pink waterline, but usually if I'm doing like a really dramatic look. That is cool and that is pigmented, but it does make my eyes look a little bit sore. So I'll just go on top with the brown, I think. Just use this again, my Kat Von D Mad Max brown. I just threw a really simple lash on. It's the GWA Girls With Attitude Luxury Foam Ink Lashes in Sinner. Very naughty. I think I'll use this for my lips because it's very warm. It's not quite bright red, it's more like a terracotta red. It's the Pixie Miriam Maquillage. Everyone uses that word and I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, this is in the shade Coral Bang. I'm going to try it. I've got one Pixie one. Well, I've got a few, but I've only ever used one. Bright pink, and I like it. It's got a really nice doe foot. I think that's too kind of bright for this look. I've got this really deep red by Colour Rain. Maybe this will work. This is one of their power ones, and this is in the shade Homicide. I think that'll go better. Such a stunning winter red. Okay, makeup finished. I'm pretty pleased, to be honest, even though this kind of eye makeup is not my favourite, and I don't think I suit these kind of more simple looks as much as I suit, or at least enjoy, the bigger dramatic looks. I think it looks good. I mean, that copper on the lids is so beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm so glad to play with this palette again, and I know it's a more simple look, but if you're like, Melissa, that's a bit poo, watch my first one. I did a better look with it basically, but I love this palette. I really, really like this palette. I'll just quickly talk about the rest of the stuff I used. So the Poreless Putty Primer, it honestly just feels like the e.l.f. I think they're the same price, so I'm a bit like, it's not really a saving. But if you want to try it, I mean, I'd recommend it. It feels nice. I don't think my skin looks unporous, but I do feel like that's just the amount of highlighter that I put on. And I put highlighter on like down here, so that's where my pores are the worst. But I mean, overall, I think my base does look pretty smooth and I'm happy with it. The foundation, I'll obviously need to keep playing and playing and playing with it to come up with how I really feel. But I mean, on first impressions, wow, the coverage is beautiful. I was expecting that, but it is gorgeous. I just need like a different undertone, a completely different shade. I'm just gonna give the other ones that I've got, they won't work for me, just to the Women's Shelter, because I think it's okay to donate because I've only squeezed out a little bit to test it. Concealer, I'm not sure. I like this for cream contouring. I think it did a really good job, and the shade 45 Tan worked on me. The pale one, I'm not sure. I mean, it worked fine for the eyes, although it was a little bit dry on my eyelids, and I mean, I don't think I need more concealer underneath my eyes. It's fine, but that could be because the foundation was so full coverage. So I'll need to play with that again to see how I really feel about it, because I'm not sure after only one use, surprisingly. Pleasantly surprised by the sponges. I'm a bit of a snob, what's the word? A snob? A sponge snob in terms of not for the expense, but if it's not Real Techniques, I'm very fussy. I love the LA Girl ones, they're really good. What other ones do I love? I don't know, my drawer's not open. But these are actually nice, like I'm gonna keep using this one, and this one worked really well for baking, so pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised, because I was honestly expecting to hate them, I'm not gonna lie. This, it says radiance. I don't feel like it gave me any radiance. Moving on. The Artdeco powder was lovely. I love the packaging. So cool, and my skin looked great once I put this on, because my other products were pretty matte and then I powdered it. But this was so nice. so nice. I'm so glad I kept it. I was gonna just declutter it immediately because I'm very loyal to my Makeup Revolution skin finish, but I need to have other products to play with that do the same thing so that I'm not bored. This Essence Contouring Dual Palette, great. Wow, this is mega cheap, like I said, and worked really well. This might be like my favourite thing of everything because it is so cheap, but did such a good job. This Too Faced bronzer, I liked it, I enjoyed using it. I definitely prefer my Milk Chocolate bronzer so far, but I've only played with this once. It's almost cool toned, which is a little weird for me, but I mean, it bronzed me up. I'm very bronzed. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. This Acne Blush was really nice. I was expecting it to be because I always say like how hard is it to make a nice blush. I don't think I've ever tried one that I'm like, wow, that's pants. So it was really nice. Would I pay £22 for it? No, not on your Nelly. Would I pay £6 for it? A million times over. It was nice. Very expensive though, full price, wouldn't pay it. This, oh this. I need to keep playing with this. I'm very pleased with it. Today upon application, I think it looks really nice. I think I could use a slightly deeper shade just because my foundation is so dark, but shut up. But I'm very pleased with it. I'm so glad I've got it. Now I can put it in my highlighter drawer and just keep playing with it and using it all the time. Oh, the powder. The powder, who knows? I might need to get a lighter shade. This is shade 10, which is fair light. Maybe there is the translucent one, or maybe there's a slightly lighter one, because I actually do like skin coloured powders. This is very yellow, and I feel like on my palest of days, or when I do my makeup with my usual foundation, this is going to be too dark. I'll need to test that, but I'm also scared to test that because I don't want to ruin my makeup, but we'll see. And then last up is the Colour-Drain Liquid Lipstick. Beautiful. I like Colour-Drain formula. I've only got 2, which is why I barely ever use them on my channel, but now I've actually got 4 now because I've got the nude one as well. But yeah, very pretty, beautiful red, called Homicide again. Love it. So yeah, that's it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the look and the products. Have you tried them? Have you not? Is there any that you're tempted to pick up now, or are you like, no, I don't want to use that because it looked like poo? So if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also leave me a comment down below because I try and reply to all of my comments, and subscribe because it's just a polite thing to do. The internet is not a polite place, and that's all I have to say about that. I do want to say a massive thank you to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon as well as supporting me on YouTube. It is baffling. I'm also sorry to the few people that signed up and I typed out their names all wrong because I've got big chubby fat fingers, and I really do apologise. That is fixed now. If I do type your name wrong, please just message me. Don't feel bad like a couple of you did. Just message me and I will change it, I promise. Sorry. If you want to become a Patreon, you can sign up down below in the description box. You get early access to videos when I don't upload the video on the same day. You get Patreon only videos, giveaways basically when I have money. I also ask for questions for Q&As over there, and what's the other one? Oh, you can help vote on what videos you want to see. If you can't or don't want to become a Patreon, don't worry about it. Just keep watching my videos, give me the AdSense money, and on that note, I'm gonna piss off, film my second video of the day, and I really hope I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye! Where did my voice go? Bye!